Question for you. How much money do you need to have saved to buy a house? I'm Jojo Barrett from Keller Williams, Portland Central, and it's probably less than you think. One of the biggest myths about buying a home is that you need a big pile of cash just to get started. For many people, especially first-time buyers, this is what keeps people stuck renting a lot longer than they want to. So today I want to walk you through a down payment assistance program that can help make this whole thing a heck of a lot easier. I want to do it simple, step by step, so even if you're not familiar with home financing, you can understand how this works and decide whether it's worth it for you. So first, let's talk about what down payment assistance actually is, and it's real estate. So of course we have acronyms, so we call it a DPA. The DPA is here to reduce how much money you need up front. So instead of paying the entire down payment out of your own savings, that big pile of cash maybe you don't have, part or sometimes all of that gets covered through the way the loan gets set up. The goal here is pretty simple. If you're qualified, we want to help you move forward without needing that big pile of cash. So here's how this particular program works. It actually uses two loans together. So the first one is your main mortgage. That's the primary loan you're using to buy the house. The second loan is there to cover the required down payment. Because of the way that's set up, you might qualify for 100% financing, meaning there's no required down payment coming directly out of your own pocket. In some cases, you can get more financing to help cover certain closing costs, which means you're paying even less at closing. Now let's talk about the benefits, because this is where a lot of people get surprised. One of the biggest benefits is there's no required down payment. That alone takes away one of the biggest barriers there are to buying a home. Another benefit is there's no income limits. A lot of people assume assistance programs mean you have to hit some income number. Not the case here. I also want you to know this is popular with first-time buyers, but even if you've owned a home before, this might still work for you. In some situations, even people who won't be living with you can be co-borrowers, meaning a family member could potentially help you qualify without living there. Because, we all want Uncle Petey's money, right? But we don't want him watching the TV with the volume at 11 after the kids are in bed, right? One of the most powerful features, though, seriously, of this program is that second loan. You might not ever actually have to pay that back if you live in the house long enough. So check the legal requirements and everything on that one, but it's doable. So who's this a good fit for? This type of program works well for people who can afford the monthly payment, but feel stuck because the upfront is overwhelming. Maybe you're a first-timer, maybe you're a repeat buyer who doesn't want to drain your savings just to buy the house. If you've been assuming that buying a home is out of reach because of the down payment, this is exactly the kind of thing you should be asking about with whatever lender you're with. So before we wrap up, the legal people said we have to share this disclaimer. So I've got an offer sheet to fill out. Look this over. I'll be back with you in about 15 seconds. There you go. Did you get that? I'm Jojo Barrett with Keller Williams, Portland Central. If you like these sorts of data-driven videos, please follow me on this channel. But let's talk about your options, huh?